This is the Spirit Blossom. Feel it. Allow it to blossom in you. This is a good place, a good time to clear our minds, a great time to buckle up, enjoy some podcorn, the Mickle Pod, and Pickle with Mickle is starting right now. And just like that, pop goes the blossom of that spirit. And here we go on a Friday. It's a fired up Friday. I'm hot in every way. It's hot outside. And I can only think of one way to cool off, so I'm going to do it. Walk out onto the ice, crack it, fall in for a second, and be back. I've got Maverick over there, gutsy move, ready to pull me out. Careful steps as we find a fault in the women's national soccer team. And it's not the draw against the Netherlands, which is actually a fault and maybe a problem. No. They better all sing the national anthem. Have you ever, in the moment, when the anthem comes on, it's about to go, and you start to belt out a different song? Now, I'm not going to take it down this road any further. What if they all sang in their heads beautifully? You think about it. Was everybody standing? I'm glad it was in group play on Wednesday. Let's go, ladies. Let freedom ring. I will not even get into how some people can raise issue within the movie Sound of Freedom. How also does the son of an elite athlete at 18 years of age with access to the best nutrition, the best coaches, equipment, all world access, suffer a cardiac arrest on the basketball court? Thanks, Mav. Pulled me out right there. I feel cooler. I feel refreshed. The heat is getting to everyone. Stephen A. storming off the set, which, I mean, that's good for me. I like it. We got no play, no pay, no pay, no play. That's coming around. Rogers in that Halloween costume. If you haven't seen the meme going around of Rogers in his Jets uniform, you got to find it. It is great. Football is always around. And now the pool is even stronger. An even flow, if you will. Try to keep up with all the Pearl Jam drops. More than 10? Take a breath. We will fly into Seattle today, where the PPA Tour is. There is a lot to get to on the court. In movie theaters, 6 movies hit the box office this weekend. And there's 2 horror films. In July, I guess it's nothing, man. The hype train is all aboard for Disney's Haunted Mansion. A lot of big names crowding the screen for just over 2 hours. Let me tell you, it's just over 2 hours of all of them trying to get you to remember why they are in Disney's Haunted Mansion. You might want to take a pass. Today's July 28th. On this day, appreciate your system administrator. Talk to them in an elevator. Go to a water park. And please conserve. It's Buffalo Soldier Day, as well as National Milk Chocolate Day. Not chocolate milk, milk chocolate. It's going to be a good day. The pattern looks to be football and pickleball with a little more sprinkled in. You know, it's about a 3-hour flight to Seattle. I'd like to get a nice house plan on ice from an elderly woman behind the counter. I'll meet you there right after this. It's always beard season. Beard up with Valhalla Beard and Body. The finest handcrafted balms and soaps You'll love how that beard looks, how you feel. And hey guys, she'll notice too. Use promo code MIC15 at ValhallaBeardandBody.net.
You're dinking, smashing, third shot dropping, got pickleball fever, and it's not stopping. It's Pickle and Micka. Pickle and Micka. Pickle and Micka, alright.
Grunge, rockers, pickleballers all have beards. PPA Tour is off the leash at the Baird Wealth Management Seattle Open, presented by Holland America Line. Action got underway with singles yesterday, mixed today, all leading up to Championship Sunday. Will Anna Lee Whiplash Waters be leaving here with another Triple Crown? Who's making footsteps in her rearview mirror? On the men's side, Riley Newman comes home, and so does pickleball, which is where we're going to spend just a little time today. The fastest growing sport humbly began after a round of golf. USA Pickleball has a great timeline you can go see online, and credit goes to Joel Pritchard and Bill Bell back in 1965. Look around now, and pickleball is everywhere. Professional tours to the corporations taking old stores and building pickleball in the mall. And that's their name, Pickle Mall. Strip malls too. I played at Pickleball Backyard the other night, and it was great. Access to public pickleball is available, getting even better. It's on TV and poised to stay in front of us. Have you played yet? You must get out and pickle. The game is not for old folks on the porch, not anymore. Pickleball has stayed through bell bottoms, paneled walls, and corduroy. No way this game is fading out. 2028 Olympics, not even light years away. In my opinion, the big wave of pickleball is only cresting. There is a movement, and it's into youth, high school, NIL sports. I can see a pendulum shift. I get to talk with a 14-year-old, up-and-comer next week. And I'll mind my manners. His mom will be on the call. Lightning bolt. This could be the next dynamic duo. Walk into your local sporting goods store. Find the pickle section. I mean, it's bigger than tennis. Paddles, bags, clothes, the accessories, the training tools. Pickleball's here. Marketing is using all of the media, the social media, commercials during the events, and now we're in the era of AI and AL. Speaking of the girl, who can become her rival? I think it's okay to win. I'm all for it, and she does. There's a lot of talent coming on tour, so it will be of no insignificance to see how the pressures of being the best, the attention, take a toll as the sport only continues as a force of nature. Will players like Ben Johns, Tyson McGuffin, some of the other, should we say, old hats, continue to have the drive to drive this sport into the spotlight? Because they do have other interests that are building off the court. More important is this new wave of talent, men, women alike, who will be the ones to take the mantle and pickleball into its future days. The future is bright for sure. The game did not just drop out of thin air. Now a third shot drop is a great shot to have. I mean a good one. Not mine that parachutes into the net. I'm working on it. Sometimes the ball is just given to fly. All right, that was a stretch. You should stretch, though, before playing. The next stretch of the PPA Tour will be in California next week. Season 2, MLP2 is coming. They just had the draft. And spoiler alert, I am working on an interview with a MLP owner. That's right. So get out and play some pickleball. Parting ways just for now.
The dinking, smashing, third shot dropping, got pickleball fever, and it's not stopping his pickle and maker. Pickle and maker. Pickle and maker, alright.
One thing is for sure, and we touched on it. You have a lot of options out there in the pickleverse when it comes to your paddle. I can tell you, all paddles aren't the same. We are not all the same. The Havik series from Mavericks Pickleball. Swing different. MavericksPickleball.com. Welcome back to the Mickle Pod. Glad you are here with me. And now, buckle up. We're getting right back into the action. You better have that popcorn ready. Ain't no time to adjust those stuff pins. Back into the action right now. With 41 days until the start of the regular season, teams in the AFC South can hope to find out something in the preseason. As camps are opening and questions continue to be asked, the goal for any team is to find out who's making it through camp. The organized tryouts that are the preseason are trying for all the teams involved. Camp injuries abound every year. I must try something.
You're fast enough, just go right now. Hey, down, go. We're not going to get a second chance in the game.
Working things together for that second season sounder, it's important. I mean, it's big. And our preseason continues right here in the AFC South, where the sexy pick is, of course, in Jacksonville. Flowing hair, big arm, big season last year, big expectations. Trevor Lawrence, time to shine. They had that big win at home against the Bolts in the playoffs. Huge game in Kansas City in the divisional round. These Jags are back, baby. And the addition of Calvin Ridley should help. 2 years off for a wideout, not the same as a QB. We're going to see how effective he can be. That is all good and well in a conference with Mahomes, Burrow, and Herbay. Where's the D? These Jags have high hopes and a coach I am fairly confident in that can actually move them up offensively. And they were a top 10 unit last year. The defense couldn't stop a hobbling Mahomes in that playoff game. Now they brought back Smoot. This Josh Allen needs to step up his consistency. He's a top 10 pick. He's got to bring it along with Walker, their number one pick last year. They've got a good coach, a QB coming into his own, and there's weapons. Watch out. I'm big on the Jags. They get the NFC South, AFC North as non-conference. Throw in that Chiefs rematch in week 2, and I see 9 wins. I could go to 11. The Jags should win the division, go back to the playoffs. Trevor Lawrence will show now in his 3rd year what we all thought we saw way back in Clemson. He's very good at this game of quarterback. We're moving on. 2 teams in the South have new coaches. One of the teams used to have a Manning. All the numbers and division titles in Indy back in the day of the Manning only ever led to that one Super Bowl over the Bears and Rex Grossman in the reign. Now at the helm, Shane Steichen. Did I say that right? I hope so. He's a running rebel. He's been in Bolts territory. Most recently, he was letting those Eagles fly as OC in Philly. Now, as a first-year coach, you know what you do? You go get him the ultimate project. Good thing for Coach Shane. He's got a little magic. Minshew magic. Now, he's also got an owner. That is Jim Irsay. I say keep Richardson on the bench. Even Sam Ehlinger can be a solid mentor for this kid. I mean, Richardson, the next one, the smart thing, sit him for 1 season. How smart is the brain trust in Indy? Irsay has said what he wants to say about running backs. The main Colt, Jonathan Taylor, he's in the stable. Now he's in his 4th year. How will he produce on the field? Will he make it to the field or play the contract game? The contract that does run through this year. The Colts have a long road ahead. A road with only 5 wins this year. And you know what? The Texans, they're on that same road. I mean, new head coach, check. First round QB draft pick, check. Number 2 overall is that pick. Out of Houston, all the squawk is that CJ Stroud. He's the guy from day one. He's beaten out, is that Davis Mills in training camp? The Texans did a lot in the offseason. They crushed the draft. They got Stroud and then Anderson Jr. from Bama right behind him. Offensive future, defensive impact. It all comes down to how the kid can play. First, you hear QBs struggle. Teams that are all new, had a lot of draft picks, have struggles. Signing their offensive tackle is big. We know the Texans have pieces, haven't they, for years? Is there anything to the haze that's still left over from Watson? Remember day one? How about game one at Baltimore? CJ Stroud, he'll get his welcome to the NFL moment, and I expect to see some exciting things from him this year. I'm more excited to see who can break the Buckeye jinx at QB. There's 2 to watch. One in the NFC and one here in Houston. Our last stop in the AFC South. It's a fun place. It's Nash Vegas, baby. The Titans of Tennessee are a very interesting group to me. Music City Miracles, great memories. The end of the 22 season, that just must be forgotten. 7 in a row, swept by the Jags. And now looking up in a division that they have owned. Tannehill, Henry, and Vrabel are going to need something much different from last year. First, consistency. Again, injuries. Huge part in the NFL. This is the league of next man up. We're going to see across the league, as we do every year, that man might have to play. The Titans drafted Will Levis, so Tannehill can see that writing on the wall. He can also see a lot of question marks in that wide receiver room. D-Hop coming to the stage is not the answer. The schedule, not too shabby. And if Henry playing for a new deal, which he is, that could be something, though I don't think he can equal last year's numbers. Though it won't be from a lack of touches. 7 losses to end last season. I'll say 7 wins this season. And I think that might be 1 extra than they actually get. The season is approaching. Organized tryouts? Sure. It's football. The weekend is approaching. Hell, it might be here for you. You better get gnarly today. And that's a great way to start your weekend. Is there a better word to bring back than gnarly? Let's give it a try. I'll try to have a great weekend. And you should do the same. I've got something special planned for you Monday. Y'all come right back and find out what it is. I'll be here. right here with y'all next time for more